Please take your seats quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Hi guys, and welcome to oneminutetennis.com. In today's session, I want to talk to you about how to hold the tennis racket to get more power and more energy into your strokes today. Now in a moment, I'm going to show you the different ways of holding the racket, and this has nothing to do with grips. I don't mean Western grip, Eastern grip, backhand grip. I'm just talking about how to hold the racket within those grips. I've touched on this subject before, but today I'd like to go into it in a little bit more detail. So to begin with, let's explain how a chain works. A kinetic chain is a chain of moving parts. And if we have one piece in a kinetic chain, so if I hit my hand with one piece of a chain, nothing happens. If I put the same energy in with two pieces of a chain, it will hurt. If I have the same energy in with three pieces of a chain, it will hurt more. And if I put the same energy in with four pieces of a chain, then it's going to hurt considerably. It's got much more power. So the more links, the more pieces that you have in the kinetic chain of your arm and racket, the more power you'll deliver to the ball. So let me show you the different kinetic chains that are available from the arm to the racket when hitting the tennis ball. The first one is the most common one, and that is one piece to the chain, when everything is locked like this. See, it's one piece, and the player plays the stroke like so. That's the most common movement that you see in recreational tennis. Then you have people who relax the elbow. So if I relax the elbow, I now have two pieces to the chain. The upper arm is moving in a different direction to the forearm, hand and racket. And so it makes this motion. And this applies to a lot of people who'll be watching this video. But there's still another part available, and I need to explain this closely. And if you can copy what I'm doing and apply it to your strokes, then you will find more power almost certainly today. So let me rock the racket backwards and forwards with a loose wrist and see how my wrist is moving here. And the hand and racket are moving separately. So that will give me the racket and the hand, one, the forearm and the upper arm. And this is a great way of hitting the ball. But there's actually a better way. If I allow the racket to move inside my hand, see how I'm just bouncing it here, inside my hand. And now I leave the wrist in place and I bounce the racket inside my hand. And now I'm going to lock the wrist and make the stroke and bounce the racket inside the hand. And I get the same speed as I did when I loosened the wrist, because I have three parts to the kinetic chain. But what happens if I allow the racket to bounce inside the hand and loosen the wrist? And now, with this motion, I have four parts with the racket moving in one direction, the hand in another, the forearm in another, and the upper arm in yet another direction. So let's just go through these again. The racket and the arm locked, and one part or piece of the chain. The elbow loose, and now two pieces to the chain. The elbow and the wrist loose, and now three pieces to the chain. And now the hand, elbow and wrist are loose, and now we have four pieces to the kinetic chain. If this isn't natural for you, and it isn't natural for 99.99% of people, then using this movement here, the first thing is to free up the hand and allow the racket to move in the hand, then allow the wrist to move, then allow the elbow to move, and then make the stroke. And you really will unleash a tremendous amount of power into your strokes. It works on the forehand and the serve perfectly. On the backhand, it's a little more limited. But for more power on your forehand and serve, try and find the four links to the chain, and you will be guaranteed to truly energize your strokes. I hope this makes sense. If you like our ideas and want more help with your game, have a look at what online coaching can do for you. We're helping people of all ages, all levels and all over the world. We do video analysis and then we create personalized lessons like this one, but specific to help you and your game. The information on what we do is on the website below, or email us for more information. And if you want to practice this or any other of our ideas, have a look at our partners playyourcourt.com. They'll find players of your level in your local area to practice with, or send professional tennis coaches direct to your local courts. It's a great service and there's a 50% discount off their membership if you click the link in the comments section below. So remember to really energize your strokes without changing the swing path, without changing the stroke. Look for the 4 parts to the kinetic chain and you will have a radically more powerful stroke almost immediately. Thanks for watching. See you next time for more unique tennis lessons that really work.